So I'm going to be honest here, is that this to me is coming as a complete shock. So if you've been keeping up with what's been going on with TikTok, this has been going on for probably about a year now, maybe, I'd say in total, ever since like this really started. Ever since the start of this, of when, you know, TikTok first got taken into the courts of America, into the Supreme Courts, and, you know, the CEO of TikTok was being questioned. This has been going on for an extremely long time now, but it's only really been the past like 2-3 months, or maybe a little bit more than that, maybe 6 months, of when it's been announced that there's a big possibility that TikTok was actually going to be banned in America. And then it got the official date a couple months ago saying that Jan 19th was going to be the deadline of when TikTok was officially going to be banned in America. And to be honest, I, for this long time now, didn't think this was going to happen. I really didn't. I thought that, like, with this coming Jan 19th, I was like, nah, something's going to happen before this. Even though the date's been coming closer and closer, I'm like, nah, something's going to happen. The Supreme Court's going to put it on pause. They're going to do something about it. I don't know, maybe Trump, before he comes into, you know, office the next day, he's going to put a pause on it, or whatever it may be. But then I saw this today. It's been making its ways around different articles and also on Twitter as well, is that the Supreme Court in America is actually upholding the TikTok ban, meaning that it's most likely going to be shut down on Jan 19th. And this right here is not a good look in putting what I have thought for a long time now, that this whole entire TikTok ban was not going to happen, to the fact that it might actually go ahead. We might actually get a TikTok ban in the US on Jan 19th. I'll explain why I thought that this wasn't going to happen, especially even over the last couple of days, because I saw this yesterday, where this came up on Variety, where it said TikTok ban, the Biden administration says it's up to Trump to figure out the next steps. So they were going to pretty much leave it to Donald Trump of when he officially comes into office, of when it comes to this whole entire TikTok ban, which is why that I thought the Supreme Court was 100% going to put this on pause, or 100% push the date back as well when it came to this whole entire TikTok ban, considering that, you know, I don't know exactly the way that the American court system works, at least from what I garnered from it, and correct me if I'm wrong, but because like Trump won the election and then they won the majority vote, I think they also have majority in the Supreme Courts as well. So like the Supreme Courts are run by Republicans. I'm not sure at the moment. I don't think it's until Trump comes into office and everything like pretty much gets underway. So I definitely thought with all of those, like, you know, elements in on this, that this TikTok ban wasn't going to happen, especially because also Trump has been very positive about the TikTok ban in recent times. Now, he might not have been about it in the past. Like, I know that earlier last year when it came to this TikTok ban first going ahead, at least from what I've heard, that Trump was like one of those people who were involved in like, yeah, there's a possibility that we should ban TikTok, we should investigate them, and we should ban them. But then in recent times, especially with the fact that, you know, one of his major things when it came to getting elected, he was very popular in the young vote, which isn't like very often when it comes to Republicans. And he gives that a lot to TikTok. And he's actually said in the past that he felt like, you know, he would have to look into more about TikTok and possibly not banning it in the future, especially due to the positive, you know, outcome of the election. A decent chunk of that giving props to TikTok.
How do you plan to stop the ban on TikTok next month?
We'll take a look at TikTok. You know, I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok because I won youth by 34 points. And there are those that say that TikTok had something to do with that. Now, Joe Rogan did, and some of the other people that were recommended by my son Barron, he knew names. I said, who is that? Tell me, who's that? Dad, you got to be kidding. I can't believe you don't know. And I did those interviews, and it was actually sort of cute, if you want to know the truth. But we did them, and that had an impact. But TikTok had an impact, and so we're taking a look at it. But, you know, we won youth. Republicans are always 30 points down in youth. I don't know why, but we ended up finishing. There was one poll that showed us down about 30. We were 35 or 36 points up with young people. So I have a little bit of a warm spot in my heart, I'll be honest. Yeah.
So with all these elements, with, you know, the fact that the Supreme Court's going to be mostly Republican and Donald Trump's going to be able to, like, you know, push his way a little bit more now than he was when he was first president. And then also, you know, him being very positive about TikTok in the past, and then the Biden administration saying that they're going to leave up the TikTok ban to Trump. To me, I definitely saw all of these elements as like something is going to happen. Whether a company actually does buy out TikTok before Jan 19th, and it could possibly be on the last day, or the fact that, you know, Donald Trump puts a pause on this and the Supreme Court goes ahead and doesn't end up banning TikTok altogether. I 100% saw these elements as like, yeah, I don't really see TikTok being banned. But now the fact that the Supreme Court in America is actually upholding this TikTok ban, I'm very shocked by this. I will say I am very, very shocked. I don't know if this is a ploy to try and, like, you know, get some negative press on Donald Trump before his first day in office, because that could be a possibility. You know, there could be the Supreme Court to try and, you know, put a little hand under you. You know how American politics work. I mean, politics in general, the opposition is always trying to, you know, somehow make it out like, you know, the next prime minister, next president, next leader of the country is worse off, even though they're just going into office. They're trying to, you know, undermine them at any way possible. That's just how these political parties work. It's not just America, it's every single country that does stuff like this as well. So that's maybe what it could be for the fact that they are going ahead and upholding this. But we also had a video from the TikTok CEO himself actually come out and talk positively about Donald Trump and how positive he has been in recent times with TikTok. And this was actually posted on the official TikTok page on TikTok itself.
Hi everyone, it's Show here. As you know, we have been fighting to protect the constitutional right to free speech for the more than 170 million Americans who use our platform every day to connect, create, discover, and achieve their dreams. On behalf of everyone at TikTok and all our users across the country, I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. As we've said, TikTok is a place where people can create communities, discover new interests, and express themselves, including over 7 million American businesses who earn a living and gain new customers using our platform. We are grateful and pleased to have the support of a president who truly understands our platform, one who has used TikTok to express his own thoughts and perspectives, connecting with the world and generating more than 60 billion views of his content in the process. To all American users, thank you for making our TikTok community such a rich and vibrant space, for surprising and delighting us every day. Rest assured, we will do everything in our power to ensure our platform thrives as your online home for limitless creativity and discovery, as well as a source of inspiration and joy for years to come. Thank you. More to come.
So yeah, this entire situation has gone to the point where now even I'm just like, I don't know what's going to happen. Who knows? I feel like this is going to come down to the last day. Like, I think right now, like here in Australia, it's the 18th of January. So in America, it's still like the 17th. So they've got like, what, 2 more days until this official TikTok ban comes through. But I still have a feeling that something is going to happen. I still have a massive feeling that something on the last day, on like Jan 19th itself, or even maybe tomorrow on Jan 18th, within the last like day or two, is that something major is going to happen to stop this TikTok ban. I don't know why. I've just had this feeling this whole entire time. I could be wrong about this situation, but like, I just feel like an app this big, and considering it's only being shut down in America, is the thing where it's just like, I don't really see it happening. Like, a lot of people go back to like, oh, Vine got shut down. Vine was massive, and then it got shut down. Vine's a little bit of a different situation because it got bought out and then shut down completely. Like, it's not like TikTok. This TikTok situation is completely different, where it's only being banned in a single country for what I personally think is stupid reasons as well. Like, I've came out and I've said it multiple times that I think for the reasons why like America wants to go ahead and ban TikTok is just extremely dumb. I know a lot of people back the fact that TikTok's being banned in America, but I still think it's completely stupid. But yeah, I still have this lingering feeling that there is a chance that something on the last day will happen, but who knows? Only time can tell for this, and whether it gets banned or not, I'm definitely going to make a follow-up video about this, but I would definitely like to hear what you guys think about all this down below. Are you shocked by what the Supreme Court has come out and said about TikTok, the fact that they're upholding this TikTok ban, and do you really think it's going to go ahead and go through, or do you think that maybe like a company or a billionaire will go ahead, buy out TikTok, or that, you know, Trump or the Supreme Court might ahead and like pause the ban on this. But that's going to be it from me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Peace out.